Hi guys, and welcome to the Horror Realm. Today we'll be discussing Slenderman. That's right, after 10 years, we finally got a full feature-length film. Fantastic, right? We'll get into it. So, Annalisa Bezo, Javar Bottot, and Joey King as your three main actors in this film. Unfortunately, Javar Bottot wasn't really utilized very much. The CG in this movie was atrocious. Oh my god. If you thought Mama was bad, wait till you see this CG. It's terrible. It looks like it came out of a PS3 marketing campaign. It just... But, what they should have done with an actor like that, who's played in Mama, believe it or not, played several xenomorphs in his career, should have utilized him, called up Stan Winston, did some practical effects, would have saved them money and time, and utilized this great asset they have. Also, the lack of direction in this film. They wanted to be two different films. Couldn't decide whether it would be a psychological thriller or a monster film. It went back and forth between the two. It kind of confused you a little bit, but it's not so bad. Also, the lack of use of Javar Bottot, which I'll just reiterate and say again, it really ticks me off to have such a good caricature actor at your disposal and not use them. If you're going to hire someone like that, why not use them, right? Right? It's like having a car but walking to work every day. No. So, now that some of the bad is out of the way, let's do some of the good. The sound of this movie, the way they use such nonchalant things like sticks breaking or bell tolls or just the overall score, which is done by the Game of Thrones man himself, the composer of those scores. It's great. That's great. The cinematography is great. That's great. The way it's shot, the way they use the camera angles, it's really cool. Coming from this director who went to a really good film school and hasn't did a lot of feature films, you kind of see where he kind of put The Grudge, The Ring spin on it, which I'm totally okay with. And if you like those films, you'll really like this. And you're a Mythos guy and you really like Slenderman, you'll like this. It's a little choppy and hard to follow at times, but at least, to me, it's like all these people talk about Halloween films, how they're getting another one, and whether it's to be good, whether it's to be bad. Well, I've waited 10 years for a full-length feature film of this magnitude. So to get one from Screen Gems, the same people who put out all the Underworld movies, it's exciting. To be an $11 million at least budget, which is very small in film terms, but still pretty cool for a Slenderman term. Seeing all the mythos that Victor Surge and his cohorts came up with over the years, squeeze in this collage of film was really cool, and that word collage really describes this film. It's so clustered that it just doesn't know what to do. Do I want it to be, once again, a monster film, or do I want to be a psychological thriller? You can be both. You can have the 12 dramatic steps in different phases of the film doing subplots. That's fine. We all like subplots, different things we can read into, or Easter eggs and all this. That's fine. But with a short runtime like this, folks, it's hard to do, and I wish they would just, in this film, stuck to one thing, because it just gets too clustered. It had potential. I love the score. I love the sound. I love the acting. These actors did great. There's a lot of jargon on YouTube, we'll say, about them not doing well. I disagree. I think they got the script right. It looked like one writer knew what he was doing, knew the mythology of Slenderman, and the rest were writing for younger people that they may have been older writing the script, and they're trying to fill in the dialogue that they thought they speak. But it was terrible. And you could tell that the writers were older than the people they were writing for. And that's not good in the film. You want to be fluent. Validity is key in something like this. Even with these talented actors and actresses you have, they can only do so much with the parameters they're given in the script. And I think they did. And I like the acting, personally. I like the film overall. And I know I'm in the majority of that. I think there's a lot of people that like this film. Although, I'm digressing a little bit, there's a lot of people that don't like this film. Really, it's the CG, at the end of the day, that gets me once again. It's terrible. last 20 minutes of the film, spoilers, are CG Palooza. And it's not so good. Not so much. If they'd have made a bigger budget and maybe trimmed other places possibly, then yeah, the CG would have worked and it'd have been fine. Because all these different forms of Slenderman, there's 3 basic forms of Slenderman that you see in the film. Those 3 forms are all orchestrated very well, and I like seeing all the different forms that we've come to know and love over the 10, 11 plus years of this Slenderman mythos that we've been establishing on YouTube, on Something Awful Forum, on all these different subgenres of media that we use for this. But in the end, just not enough CG, not enough money on CG. There's plenty of CG actually, just not enough money spent there. And I do concur with a lot of other people with the not the jump scares. For the time allotted, I don't like the runtime as well. The runtime was kind of short. It gave for small character development. But hey, these actors did the best they could with that. And I did like the fact that there wasn't a jump scare fest. Yeah, it would set up a jump scare, but it would pull you back and divert you in a different direction. And there were really a couple set pieces in this movie that really, really worked. There's so many things that worked and so many things that didn't work. Could it have been better? Yes, by all means. But at least there's a couple points you can make. You know, if they were just did that in the movie, the whole movie, it would have been such a better movie. But they, like I said, didn't know what they wanted to do. Alright guys, this is my quick breakdown of Slenderman. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, share, like, let me know. And as always, stay creepy.